Hello friends, I am Professor Bagle MG, SPM Polytechnic Umte, Solapur. Now we will see the psychrometric chart. A psychrometric chart graphically represents the thermodynamic properties of moisture. A bottom line which represents the dry bulb temperature line in degrees Celsius and vertical on y-axis represents the specific humidity in kg per kg of air. This is a saturation curve which is having 100% relative humidity. Parallel to this saturation curve, there are number of curves which gives the relative humidity in percentage. There is an inclined line which gives the constant wet bulb temperature lines, and there is a dotted lines which gives the specific volume lines. Okay, dotted lines which represents the constant specific volume line. This is a psychrometric chart which you are going to see. The bottom line on which the dry bulb temperature, vertical line on which the specific humidity, and these are the enthalpy lines where these constant specific enthalpy lines on saturation curve measures the wet bulb temperatures, and there is an inclined lines of having equispace, those are known as constant specific volume lines, and there is a curved lines on this which represents the specific humidity. At the top of this corner there is a scale that is known as sensible heat factor scales that we are going to see in the next video. Now we are going to see the different psychrometric processes. The first one is sensible heating, sensible cooling, humidification, dehumidification, cooling and dehumidification, cooling and humidification, heating and humidification, heating and dehumidification, adiabatic mixing of two streams. The first is a sensible heating. The heating of air without any change in specific humidity is known as sensible heating. That is, during the heating process, the temperature is increases but the humidity remains constant. For sensible heating, steam or hot water is passed through the heating coil. This is an arrangement of sensible heating. Air having the temperature TD1 is passed through the heating coil in which steam or hot water is used, having its temperature is what, TD3, and air leaving the coil is TD4. This is a sensible heating in which the dry bulb temperature is increased from TD1 to TD2 and heating takes place at constant specific humidity. The heat absorbed by the air during the sensible heating may be obtained by the psychrometric chart by enthalpy difference H1 minus H2. The dry bulb temperature increases from the TD1 to TD2 and relative humidity reduces from phi1 to phi2. Okay, and specific humidity remains constant, that is W1 equal to W2, heat added equal to Q equal to H2 minus H1. From enthalpy chart we can calculate. Now we can see the sensible cooling. Sensible cooling of air without any change in specific humidity is known as sensible cooling. In sensible cooling process, the temperature, dry bulb temperature is reduced at a constant specific humidity. So we can see for sensible cooling, refrigerant or cooling water or cooling gas is passed through the cooling coil. The air entering before the cooling coil is having temperature T1 and cooling coil is having temperature T3, and air leaving is having temperature T2. So the cooling of the air so that its temperature is what, reduced from T1 to T2 and at constant specific humidity W1 equal to W2. T1 is the temperature of the air before passing over the coil, T2 is the temperature of the air after passing the coil, and T3 is the temperature of the cooling coil. So during this the heat is rejected, that is to be calculated Q equal to H2 minus H1 minus H2. Now here we can see the new term bypass factor of heating and cooling coil. The arrangement of the coil, heating or cooling coil, is as shown in figure. A heating coil is placed in an insulated duct over which 1 kg of air is passed through the duct. From that, x kg of air gets bypassed, means without coming in direct contact with the heating coil. Then how much amount of air will comes in contact with the heating coil? 1 minus x kg of the air will come in direct contact of the heating coil, and x kg of air gets bypassed without coming in the contact with the heating coil, so that the temperature of the air leaving the coil will be TD2. the temperature of air coming out of apparatus is less than the temperature of heating coil TD3. In case of cooling coil, the temperature of air coming out of apparatus will be more in case of cooling coil TD3. Under ideal load condition, the dBT of air leaving the apparatus TD2 should be equal to that of the coil, but it is no so because inefficiency of coil. This phenomena is represented by bypass factor. The phenomena of heating coil is measured in terms of bypass factor. A coil with low bypass factor has the better performance. So this bypass factor will give the how much amount of is gets bypass without coming in direct contact with the cooling coil, which measures the effectiveness of the heating or cooling coil. Now we can see the balancing of enthalpies. We get the x CPM TD1 plus 1 minus x CPM TD3 equal to CPM TD2. You have to simplify this. We are getting x TD1 plus TD3 minus x TD3 equal to TD2. So x, now x terms you have to get it separate, that is x in bracket TD1 minus TD3 equal to TD2 minus TD3, and so that x equal to TD3 minus TD2 divided by TD3 minus TD1, where x is known as bypass factor. So bypass factor for cooling coil is given as, so only the change the terms, that is TD2 minus TD3 and TD1 minus TD3. So here the difference you have to take in this figure, that साइडला जे फिगर दाखवलं त्यामधला जो स्मॉलर डिफरन्स आहे डिवायडेड बाय लार्जर डिफरन्स घ्या. आर यू गेटिंग? सो बायपास फॅक्टर ऑफ द हिटिंग अँड कुलिंग कॉईल बघितला आपण. फक्त देर इज अ चेंज इज दॅट द कुलिंग कॉईलला रिव्हर्स होतील टर्म्स आणि हिटिंग कॉईलच्या रिव्हर्स टर्म होतील. नाउ द इफिशियन्सी ऑफ द heating coil is given as 1 minus bypass factor is known as efficiency of coil or contact factor. Efficiency of heating coil, that is 1 minus BPF, that is 1 minus TD3 minus TD2 divided by TD3 minus TD1. Simplify करा याला, मग तुम्हाला येईल फायनली TD2 minus TD1 divided by TD3 minus TD1. तसंच सिमिलरली efficiency of a cooling coil is given as 1 minus BPF, that is bypass factor of cooling coil. मग 1 minus काय bypass factor of cooling coil, 1 minus TD2 minus TD3 divided by TD1 minus TD2 divided by TD1 minus TD3. Okay.